All right. Are you serious? Are you serious? I want to thank Mary Yannico for this great picture she took for me just outside the United Nations building in New York. Well, the General Assembly has handed over a draft for the global sustainability agenda of the United Nations. Global sustainability, how we're going to save the planet in peace. Here's what it says. September 2015, the United Nations General Assembly today approved a resolution sending a draft for the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development to member states for adoption later this month, bringing the international community to the cusp of decisions that can help realize the dream of a world of peace and dignity for all. Peace and safety, according to Secretary General Ban Ki-moon. Today, quote, "Today is the start of a new era. We have traveled a long way together to reach this turning point," declared General Secretary Ban. Recounting the path the international community has taken over the 15 years since the adoption of the landmark Millennium Development Goals. It's called the Millennium Development Goals, towards crafting a set of new post-2015 substantially goals that will aim to ensure the long-term well-being of our planet and its people. It speaks to all people in all countries and calls for an action from everyone everywhere. It aims to inspire and create genuine partnerships among all countries and actors, said Mr. Ban Ki-moon, underscoring that the agenda's priorities and the vulnerableness and marginalizing, vowing to leave no one behind, marking a paradigm shift that will complete the unfinished business of the MGD, or Millennium Goals, and lift the level of ambition and tackle emerging issues and challenges. Quote, "Together they are foundational steps to begin implementing the 2030 Agenda." That's what they're calling it, the year 2030 Agenda. The Secretary General explained, adding that those meetings will be followed by the next year by further crucial steps, including World Humanitarian Summit in Istanbul, Turkey in May, the Habitat 3 conference to be held in October, and a special session of the UN General Assembly on the world drug problem that's coming up. Folks, they are beginning, the agenda will begin. Okay, so they decided in the year 2000 that in this millennium, they would form the New World Order. That's what they're saying. And they would give the first 15 years to lay the groundwork, which they have. Now, they are going to go into phase 2, the 2030 Agenda, in which they are going to implement, folks, the New World Order. That is the plan. That is why you hear people like Vice President Joe Biden give 8 speeches in the last 2 years on the New World Order. It's why there's globalization of the airline industries, globalization of the banks, globalization of the markets. This is why Pope Francis is coming to Washington, D.C. to meet with President Barack Obama in the Oval Office. This is why the Pope will address the United States Congress live to the world with a new set of ideals, with a new set of globalization mandate, and to come at it from a spiritual side of it. Then he will address this assembly, the UN General Assembly, where he's going to call for the world to go under one international law, or one international rule of law. Now, he's not the only one. That's his role and other issues he has. including he's continuing to march forward with the one world religion. While he works his side of it, you're seeing the men like John F. Kerry. You're seeing Hillary Rodham Clinton, who, jet-setted all around the world, linking nations together for a liberal agenda called progressiveness, which is a progressive agenda, which is nothing more than stripping American citizens and the world citizens of their constitutional rights in their each independent state or nation. This is the beginning. This is, and you know what? And when L.A. Marzulli, who was on my show last week, said, what if President Obama and Pope Francis, both when they speak, unveil the beginnings of the Antichrist? He called it the revealing of the extraterrestrial or the hidden one. Are you serious? And Hassan Rouhani will be speaking, president of Iran. Oh, and by the way, Russian President Vladimir Putin will be speaking. We don't know if Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu gets to speak this time or not. If so, he'll be put on the back burner or on an off day. Israel has been isolated and shoved to the corner. This is a new world order moving forward. Now, I'm going to be doing a television special on the New World Order. It's going to be coming up in about 6 weeks, so keep watching my Friday night television shows. They're on every Friday night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. That's 11:30 p.m. Eastern on DirecTV, channel 367, and Dish Network, channel 217. Every Friday night, we're reaching into 40 million homes, and we are bringing about the current world events and how they relate to Bible prophecy. And so we're doing a special on 9/11. I'm doing a special called A Judgment of America, 9/11. You don't want to miss it. It's filled with powerful information and pictures of both pre-9/11 and post-9/11 and the rise of the New World Order, America under judgment. And also, I'll be doing a special Blood Moon television show. I've already recorded these. I already went in the studio and I've shot these. And it will be on Friday night, September 25th, just before the fourth and final blood moon. I've got some great pictures of blood moons people have sent me, as well as some footage of the second blood moon. It was over Indiana, which my wife Heidi actually filmed. So these television specials, you'll also see an interview. I'll be interviewing Rabbi Yehuda Glick from Jerusalem. There will be a two-part special, be 2 weeks in a row, an interview live from Jerusalem with Yehuda Glick. So you don't want to miss these things. They're coming up. All of my television shows called The Coming Apocalypse every Friday night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm just letting you know this thing is happening, and I'm going to stay all over it because I'm going to keep watching the current world events and how they relate to Bible prophecy and the second coming of Jesus Christ. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're running out of time.